The internet is obsessed with Indian temples, featuring structures carved top-down and giant stone pillars floating in midair. But standing in front of these structures requires a massive investment of time, money, and physical stamina that most viral clips ignore. Social media often groups verifiable architectural marvels with purely faith-based legends, making it difficult to know what you're actually traveling to see. Choosing a destination involves deciding which specific level of reality you are actually prepared to navigate. To avoid wasting your travel budget, you need a way to categorize these sites before booking a flight. Chasing a myth without understanding the sheer logistical friction involved often leads to physical exhaustion before you even reach the shrine. There are 10 famous sites spread across the country, ranging from the mountain peaks of Himachal Pradesh down to the coast of Kerala. These locations fall into 3 distinct categories based on whether their mystery is rooted in architecture, natural phenomena, or local mythology. The goal is to align your personal tolerance for effort and crowds with the specific nature of the location. This approach measures the tangible reward you'll see against the logistical difficulty of getting there. Matching your expectations for proof to the actual category of the temple is the only way to ensure a successful journey. For those who require physical, empirical evidence and tend to reject unsubstantiated lore, the journey starts in Maharashtra. The primary destination for this mindset is the Kailasa Temple at Ellora, a remote site carved directly into the rock. This image shows the vertical rock walls surrounding the temple pit, which prove the entire structure was excavated from the top down. Looking at the multi-story depth and precise ground-level carvings, it's estimated that 700,000 tons of rock were removed in just 17 years, without modern machinery. A secondary option for physical proof is the Lepakshi Temple in Andhra Pradesh, famous for its massive 70-pillar layout. One specific pillar here genuinely supports the weight of the ceiling, while remaining suspended just above the ground. While these sites offer undeniable physical proof, they lack the active, daily mystical events found in other regions. This is an archaeological study where visual certainty replaces the supernatural atmosphere found in more ritual-heavy locations. Travelers seeking awe-inspiring natural events instead of man-made structures have to account for extreme physical exertion. Reaching high-altitude mountain shrines like Bichli Mahadev in Himachal Pradesh requires both intense physical exertion and sheer endurance. The timing is unpredictable. The lightning strikes that shatter the temple's Shiva Lingam reportedly occur only once every 12 years. At Matangeshwar in Madhya Pradesh, the mystery is tied to the calendar, with the central stone reportedly growing an inch during the Sharad Purnima. Continuous phenomena can be found at Jwala Devi, where flames burn from the rock without any visible source of fuel or oil. The trade-off is the risk of missing the event. If you arrive on the wrong day, you are left with little more than a mountain view. Geological studies have yet to definitively map the mechanisms behind these specific sites, which maintains their reputation for being unexplained. Visiting this category is a gamble against nature's schedule, suiting those who value the journey as much as the result. If you are looking for cultural intensity and are willing to suspend skepticism, the environment shifts dramatically. Prepare for a logistical challenge involving overwhelming crowds, tight spaces, and very strict orthodox rules. At the Puri Jagannath Temple, the true wonder is the human endurance required for the 7-pot cooking rituals used to feed thousands daily. The Karni Mata Temple in Rajasthan presents a visceral reality that many find difficult to navigate. Visitors here must walk through an environment filled with thousands of rats and are expected to share offerings with them. The Kamakya Temple in Assam is defined by an intense tantric atmosphere, where worship centers on a natural spring rather than a statue. The lore here creates hard limits. Nidhivan enforces a total ban on nighttime entry, with warnings of psychological damage for anyone who stays. These active myths can change. At the Kerala Lake Temple, the death of a legendary guardian crocodile recently moved the site into a more memorial role. These locations offer the highest level of cultural immersion for travelers who can trade empirical proof for the experience of the crowd. A destination should be chosen based on your personal threshold for evidence, rather than viral hype. To visualize the choice, we can look at how logistical effort relates to the type of mystery you encounter. Locations like Kailasa and Lapakshi sit in the high tangibility zone, making them the best choice for those seeking architectural facts. Natural phenomena like Jwala Devi and Bijli Mahadev occupy the high-effort, high-risk zone, requiring an adventurous mindset. Sites like Puri, Kamakya, and Nidivan exist in the zone of faith and myth, where the reward is cultural immersion rather than proof. Traveling to India won't solve these mysteries, but it does allow you to choose which one aligns with your reality.